Animated Anarchy series presents the Animated Hour of Power.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are here. It is Saturday night. That means it is time for some Animated Anarchy. And we have some for you tonight. This is the 5th episode of the Animated Hour of Power in the Animated Anarchy series. You are watching right now the When Toons Combine YouTube channel. Of course, I am your host, Dutchie, joined as always by Money E.
What up?
Sean is here with us.
Hello.
And of course, our wild card Dave.
Believe it.
Just fresh off his Richard Simmons workout. And all right, tonight's battles are Vinland Saga versus Assassination Classroom, My Life as a Teenage Robot versus Hey Arnold, Spy Family versus Devil May Cry, and the main event is Darkling Duck versus the Bugs Bunny Show. Now, here's what's going to happen. Couple minutes. I'm going to pull out the randomizer. We're going to find out what 5 categories we're doing.
Roger that.
And then when we find that out, it's going to go this. I'm going to kind of give like a brief intro as to what the category is. These guys are going to judge. All right. Give their opinion. And then 3, basically it's best of 5. 3 category wins. If you win 3, if a show wins 3-0, they get 30 points. 3-1, you get 20. 3-2, you get 10, and the loser gets 5. Now, if you are a cartoon that gets swept, you're gonna lose 10 points. And then, so that's how this works. So now we are going to go to the randomizer. Eric, sit down.
Now I was putting my charger on my laptop so it won't run out.
We'll still sit down. Sean, sit
I had to
down.
plug it in.
I can't win.
All right.
I can't win.
All right. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, boss.
All right. So I'm just going to hit it once, and then we're going to find out what tonight's categories are. Sean, you didn't get your wish.
I did not.
What did he want?
He wanted theme song.
Me too.
Damn it.
All right. Memorable moments, merchandise, enjoyment, originality, and fan base.
At least we finally got some different ones.
It feels like it's been almost the same one every week, right?
Yeah.
It's been a little different here and there, but like you usually got like 2 to 3 categories that were in the last one type deal.
So I think in this one here, it's been a couple weeks, I think, since we've gotten merch.
And memorable moments, too. I feel like we haven't done that.
Yeah.
We did it once, I think.
Actually, guys, you know
Merch
what?
is going to
I
be
don't think
interesting, especially for the last
Hold
one.
on, I gotta go back and look here.
We've done memorable moments, I think, once.
Merch was chosen, but I don't think we've ever gotten to it.
We got to it. Episode 2 is the last time we did merch.
Dang.
Episode 2 of both shows was the last time we actually got the merch.
Okay. Merch is
So-
going to be interesting,
Yeah, especially with what we. Oh, hold on, I gotta. All right, stop
especially with the
sharing.
last one.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. First battle of the night is Vinland Saga versus Assassination Classroom. Two animes. Vinland Saga in the division of Elizabeth Yee. Assassination Classroom in the division of my sister Mindy Hummer. So we know which division, or we know which one I am rooting for personally. Vinland Saga. And so all right. Memorable moments is the first category. And it's interesting, and these were two very interesting animes because it's really, from what I was able to watch and pay attention to and not feel like I was on an acid trip during. But it really does seem like kind of both opposite ends of the spectrum, because like the opening scene in Assassination Classroom is they're trying to kill their teacher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Vinland Saga, it's more about like, there's a family involved. But as far as memorable moments, Dave, you're the anime guy. You're gonna kind of carry us through this, whether you want to or not. So I'm gonna start with you as far as who wins the category.
Who wins the category for me? It's Vinland Saga. It's more my taste. So I had more memorable moments there because I just enjoyed it a little better. Assassination Classroom had some pretty good moments. But Vinland Saga, I think, takes this one.
Okay. Eric, I'm gonna go to you next.
I'm going the opposite. I'm going Classroom. I remember more from that, especially if they're trying to kill their teacher. That had more my attention more.
Yeah. It kind of lost my attention in the one episode where they brought in a substitute teacher who was really an assassin.
Yeah.
And she tried to kill the teacher, and he ended up doing stuff to her that I cannot say because this is a family show. And it's just like, okay, like I get it. But it's just like, damn. All right, Sean, you're breaking the tie here.
I have Vinland Saga winning this one. I like the era that it's in.
Okay.
I've seen a couple more episodes too, so who knows? Maybe later on I'll pick Assassination Classroom, but
Yeah. Obviously, you might pick it in a different battle. It depends on how much more we keep watching.
yeah.
Some of those battles in Vinland Saga are pretty incredible. And then when you see that main character kind of have to go to his first battle and kill his first person type deal, that it's pretty intense.
Just the opening scene in the beginning of season 1 is amazing to me.
Yeah.
Like that's a memorable moment just in itself because of how great it was done.
It kind of hooks you in right off the bat. So.
It does. It's not confusing either.
All right.
Kind of opposite. Classroom had me hooked in. Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is a good show too. So.
All right. Well, Vinland Saga wins the first category. They are up 1-0. 2 more, they get a sweep. All right. Merchandise is the next category. Now, when we talk about merchandise can be shirts, could be action figures, could be bed sheets, pillows, blankets, bath towel, underwear, socks, whatever it may be, a beach towel, all sorts of stuff, a dinner, party plates, all that stuff. And that's what merch used to be like back in the day for like a lot of cartoons. Is that's how like, they would have like all sorts of merch. Like today, I think it's kind of just like, it's like your pop figures, it's your action figures, your books, maybe like T-shirts or stuff like that. But it used to be all sorts of stuff back in the day. But
Right.
all right, as far as merch goes, Sean, who takes the category?
I had to go with Assassination Classroom on this one. I'm not like I didn't get too far into like their merch, but from what I read is Assassination Classroom is insanely popular. Like,
Yeah, it is.
like just insanely popular. So I just took that into consideration to think that, that one has probably the better merch sales and probably the better figures.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
All right, Dave.
Yeah, I have to agree with Sean here. Assassination Classroom. I mean, it's got a larger, more mainstream audience, so it's gonna have a lot more sales to it.
it said when they first released, I think their DVD, it sold like 423,000 copies in the first week.
Yeah,
And now it's at like
it's super popular.
4.6 million copies of that show have been sold. But that's just of the show. I don't know like T-shirt sales and stuff. I couldn't find anything like that. But
Right.
if it's that popular, then dang.
All right, Eric, go ahead.
Classroom. I'm gonna agree with what Sean said. I was gonna say the same thing. I went with what I read about culture impact and the fan base.
Hey, you know the category is merch, right?
Yeah, I know, but I took those two into consideration with making my decision for merch.
Conjunction is the
Okay.
word you're looking for.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome.
Tied 1-1. There's not going to be a sweep, but now we're going to go to probably the easiest category because it's just like, what did you enjoy more? It's overall enjoyment. Like the category kind of speaks for itself. There doesn't really have to be like any like science behind it. It's like, okay, you watch both shows. Which one? Which one? Did you enjoy? Which one were you glued to the TV watching? Which one? Did you go and make yourself a club sandwich during, and make sure you miss an episode? So, Eric, I'm going to start with you.
I enjoyed Classroom more. That had more my attention, as I said, my attention more.
All right.
I guess more my cup of tea.
I mean, knowing one of the scenes that I basically just described that happened in that show, and hearing you say that makes me question a lot of things. But that's neither here nor there.
I should take that back.
It's already written down, Eric.
No, I mean take that cup of tea back.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's the next complaint I'm gonna get. So all right. Sean, we're gonna go to you next.
Oh, Vinland Saga all day. Like I said, like in the memorable moments, I just love that era that the show's taking place in.
Yeah.
With the Vikings and stuff, and I think the action and the fighting scenes and stuff are a lot better, like more appealing to me, I guess.
Yeah.
Assassination Classroom is not an awful show, but I haven't seen enough of it to, I haven't watched it or wanted to watch it more than Vinland Saga. Like I'd rather watch Vinland Saga over Assassination Classroom.
Fair enough. All right, Dave, break the tie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the more underrated show here. I'm gonna go with Vinland Saga. I just thought it was more enjoyable. I watched the whole thing. I binge watched it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that show. Like Sean said, the time period, the action, you got big battles, wars going on. You're seeing limbs getting cut from people. You're seeing spears and arrows go through people. I like that type of stuff. And it's like, and you got like those couple characters that are real bad, AZZ. that are just like going through waves of people by themselves. Like you got your regular little foot soldiers, then you got like the heroes, on each side. So I think that makes it a cool dynamic. And I just thought it was more enjoyable.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Vinland Saga's up 2-1. If they win this next category, then they get 20 points. Originality. Who had the more original concept? Vinland Saga. Obviously, it's set in the Viking times. Sean talked about the time period, how cool it was. Assassination Classroom. Basically, what it is a bunch of students trying to kill their teacher. There's been
Before the year's done.
Yeah. How many teenager movies have there been about somebody trying to kill their teacher? There's
been documentaries.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just ignore.
You said there was documentary.
Yeah. Well, no,
also police reports.
Yeah. So not necessarily. It's who had the more original concept. Sean, I'm going to start with you.
I think I'm going to go with Vinland Saga, strictly because of like they're kind of feeding off of like ancient history. I think Assassination Classroom is more creative in a sense of like what the show's supposed to be or how it's done. But Vinland Saga just kind of, it makes me like feel like I'm watching a different version of the show Vikings.
Gotcha.
Because there's still like the character like Floki's in there, Thorfinn, and you hear all these certain names in other shows about the Vikings, and it's kind of just sticking to the roots of what everything is all about when it comes to Vikings. Minus the little superhero type jumps, but they don't go overboard. So
not too much.
Not too much. Yeah, it's not like they turn into Goku and destroy an army.
All right, Eric, you're up.
This is the only category I gave into Saga, so yeah, into Saga. Vinland Saga. Because it took place in time where the Vikings and all that.
All right. Dave, technically it doesn't matter, but go ahead anyway.
Yeah, I agree with these guys. I just feel like, there's not a lot of animes that kind of go this route. Like, so I felt like it's out there on its own when it comes to a Viking anime. So I really think it's more original idea.
All right. They are going to win 3-1. Vinland Saga gets 20 points. Out of the deal. Unfortunately, Assassination Classroom doesn't get any, but it's still early. This is everybody's just first matchup. All right, one that I don't know if it's going to go as far as this one did. My Life as a Teenage Robot versus Hey Arnold. My Life as a Teenage Robot in the division of Sue Hummer, who happens to be my mom. Hey Arnold in the division of her daughter. Again, Mindy Hummer has another show competing. She has Hey Arnold in her division. I did this on purpose. So
I decided not to wear my shirt today, so it wouldn't be.
Hear that, Mindy? He wouldn't support you. So, all right. We're going to go ahead. We're going to start it off. Memorable moments of Hey Arnold. Anybody remember what network My Life as a Teenage Robot was even on?
Was it Nickelodeon?
I thought it was Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Was it Nickelodeon?
I think it was Nickelodeon.
Pretty sure it was Nickelodeon.
I'm not 100% positive, so don't.
That just goes to
where I
show
watched
how bad. That goes to show how bad the show was, because it's not even on. If it was Nickelodeon, it should be on Paramount Plus.
I forgot where I watched, but I did watch. I think one episode.
I had to find them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I watched it. I watched it on YouTube. One episode, I think. I
Yeah.
sent it to these guys too.
Yeah. Well, since I'm the boss, I guess I get to find this stuff on my own, right?
Eric said, "Fuck you."
Sorry, it was
Uh,
probably the episode you probably watched.
I think there was a few of them that were on there, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I just got confirmation from somebody. It was on Nickelodeon.
Ah, look at that big brain. I remember watching it as a kid.
Yeah. So I appreciate the help from my Aunt Lisa and my cousin Jacob for confirming that it is Nickelodeon.
I guess it was so bad that, as you said, it's not even on Paramount.
Yeah. So all right. So we got the Battle of Nickelodeon here. So as far as memorable moments, Dave, I'm actually starting with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hey Arnold here. I just thinking off the top of my head, I can remember the scene where Hey Arnold helps the chocolate boy stop eating chocolate, and then he did it just so he could get a big bag of chocolate, and then Hey Arnold was kind of upset that he helped him do all that just so he could get more chocolate.
Yeah.
So just off the top of my head, that's the first thing I could think of. So I've got to give it to Hey Arnold. Teenage Robot, I mean, it wasn't that memorable. It just wasn't. It was all right, but it just wasn't that great.
The episode that I watched, it was kind of funny. Like the kid who is afraid of machines, and the robot. By the way, robots are machines for anybody keeping score at home. And so he's afraid of this girl, and then she didn't want to interrupt the date, so and all this trouble was going on, but she's like, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, and then he dumps her at the end of the episode, and he's like, oh, you wouldn't help people. It's like, you're afraid of her because she's a machine, you putz.
Yeah.
She was doing this because she did not want to hurt your, she didn't want to make you uncomfortable. But yeah, Hey Arnold, and then I remember the episode where he wanted to go see his favorite baseball player's last game, and he caught the home run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, Sean, I'm going to you next.
I'm going with Hey Arnold. All the scenes with Helga and him, her being mean to him, and then immediately jumped and oh, my love.
Remember when she stole his hat?
There's also I don't remember if it was in the TV show or at one of the movies. I think his grandparents tell him what really happened to his parents. They're not vacationing or they're not out traveling or something. They actually died.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think that's in the movie though.
I believe that was it was either a movie or it was a television special.
Yeah. But I remember that clear as day, too. Plus, everybody loved that kid's bedroom. Let's be honest.
Yeah. All right, Eric?
Hey, Arnold. There was one episode I remember, if I remember this correctly, with the guy in the stoop.
Oh, Stoop Kid?
Yeah. That's one that sticks out to me.
I watched that episode just the other day. And it was just funny because then, Arnold gets him to leave the stoop, and then he's just I'm going to stay right here. And it's just why? You can leave your stoop now. He goes, I can torment people from on my stoop and now off my stoop. All right, merchandise. Ooh. So, obviously, Nickelodeon promoted merchandise for both shows. Eric's got a nice t-shirt, nice Hey Arnold t-shirt.
Thank you, Doug.
No problem. and I'm sure, my life as a teenage robot had all sorts of merch, now, like nowadays, because of like, the popularity of Funko Pops, I'm sure, each show probably has a Funko Pop. I mean, if Gomer Pyle can get a Funko Pop, so can these two shows.
Yeah.
Although there's probably a lot of people watching this right now going, what is Gomer Pyle? I mean, I know one of the people watching knows exactly what Gomer Pyle is because her brother used to watch Gomer Pyle. Her brother being my father, and so I know that for a fact because I used to watch it with him. All right, merchandise. Eric.
Hey Arnold. I don't even know. Can you get it? My teenage robot. My life as a teenage robot teacher.
No, I don't have one.
Sure, you can find one somewhere.
Yeah, you probably can find one somewhere. And by the way, Aunt Lisa, that's not what I meant. All right, I was just pointing out the fact that Dad used to watch Gomer Pyle. Before I get myself in trouble. All right. Okay, so Eric goes, "Hey Arnold" on that. Sean?
I don't really know. I'll keep it interesting, and I'll go with teenage robot.
Okay.
I don't know merch wise with these two. I mean,
Merch
I know
is a
Hey
very
Arnold
hard
had,
category because you have to be well versed in merchandise and almost have to be a collector to actually know.
I feel like Hey Arnold was more of the clothing line in the bed line.
As far as I know, they
Teenage
didn't have
Robot.
any actual action figures until like Funko Pops became a thing.
Yeah. So I would assume maybe Teenage Robot had her as an action.
I'm
figure.
sure they had I'm sure they had plush dolls.
Yeah, or something. So I'll keep it interesting. Like I said, we'll go with them.
All right, Mr. Dave, you're breaking the tie.
Yeah, I'm going with Hey Arnold here. I think it vastly outsold my life as a teenage robot with T-shirts, bed clothing. I know they had toys like more like Arnold and his buddy Gerald. Yeah. So I remember seeing those. I know my brother. He really likes Hey Arnold. He's got like a Hey Arnold T-shirt. I got a T-shirt somewhere. Like we both wear it, and it like kind of like best buds type shirt, but it's like Hey Arnold and Gerald. So I feel like it's more easily accessible. I mean, you see shirts with like cartoons all over them. You'll see Hey Arnold on there, and Gerald and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they pop up on Amazon all the time.
Yeah,
I mean, there's even Hey Arnold socks.
Yeah, I just think it has a broader audience and a little more heavy of a fan base, so I think it's definitely killing it in the merch sales compared to this show. But it's not like a juggernaut like SpongeBob or anything.
No, it's not like a juggernaut like SpongeBob or Rugrats or.
There is quite a bit of merch for Teenage Robot here.
All right.
From from T-shirts to pins and plush dolls.
For some reason, to me, for some reason, like plush dolls just seemed like it seemed like a no-brainer.
Yeah. Hey Arnold, it's more like signs and clothing in there.
Yeah.
But again,
all right.
That's what Google's showing me. I don't even know.
So 2-0, Hey Arnold. They're one category away from a sweep. And this will be the second show in Mindy's division. The first one being a few weeks ago with Real Ghostbusters that has gotten a sweep. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. Overall enjoyment, which I have a feeling that this could be the one to seal the deal here. And Eric, because it's one of your favorite shows, I'm starting with you because I know where we're going here.
Oh, 100%. Hey Arnold. I never watched My Life as a Teenage Robot until I had to this week.
I was gonna. Who even put that on the draft board?
It was either me or Sean.
Oh, then it was definitely Eric.
Are you sure? Because you don't even remember half the ones that you put on the board. You didn't even know what half of them were.
I know. Thanks to him.
I feel like it was Sean.
It probably was.
It was one of you.
Because I definitely Googled like a bunch of shows and just copy and pasted them.
Yeah, which by the way, how he typed it into the search bar was my idiot co-host took all my shows. I need 30 extra cartoons.
Then aren't these?
Yeah. That aren't the ones that we were just given.
Yeah, I do feel like that was Sean's.
Yeah.
I got mine most from the book and
yeah. Like
mine was basically untouched.
Well, yeah, yours was you and I. Well, actually, let me rephrase that because we don't want to, turn this into something bad. But our shows were kind of just like because I went first, so like I knew that like if I go first, I figured you guys would follow the list and not try to you can't copy it. Yeah. And you picked all anime.
I should have picked all shows that my 3-year-old watches.
I was expecting you to do that.
Now that I think about it, I should have.
I mean, I don't know how well they would fare.
I would just know more about
it.
I watch them every day.
Yeah.
He said that Paw Patrol, Chase is really that dog, man.
Really,
all right.
So
now
be on that case.
All right. So, Sean, overall enjoyment, who takes the category?
Hey Arnold. 100% Hey Arnold. To me, it was just the better show out of the two.
Right.
It wasn't something weird. It was, the character drawings and stuff were different, but other than that, very relatable, I would assume. Or it was relatable.
Right. All right. Dave, we know who wins it, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Hey Arnold here. It deep dives into like the inner lives and complexities and stuff like that. Whereas, the teenage life as a robot, it's kind of more like they're going out on a journey type deal. The character is already self-made type deal in some ways. So just got to go with Hey Arnold here. I thought it was more enjoyable, made me laugh here and there. So.
Right. All right. So Hey Arnold gets the sweep. They're going to get the 30 points. My Life as a Teenage Robot will lose 10. I believe last week, Wednesday on Animated Showdown, we had a couple of shows that were a couple of battles that were sweeps. But last week on this show, we didn't have any sweeps at all.
Oh, that's right. It was all 3-1 until the end.
Yeah. So, all right. Next, we're going back to Dave's expertise. It is Spy Family versus Devil May Cry. Spy Family in the division of Mike Bianco. Devil May Cry in the division of Liam Jolly. All right. Memorable moments. Let's go ahead. Let's kick it off here with Dave.
This one is kind of tough for me. They both have their memorable moments, but I'm gonna have to go with. This one's tough. I'm gonna have to go with Devil May Cry here. I just think because of the animation style, it makes it a little more memorable. Like it's dark animation style, makes some of the scenes a little more standoutish. But yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay. All right, Eric, I'll go to you next.
I'm going with Spy Family. Spy X Family. Sean, you're gonna have to break a tie.
I was told that you can drop the X.
Oh.
By another one of my buddies who's a big anime fan. And I told him, he's like, yeah, just drop the X. I said, is my anime guy on the show going to be okay with that? Or
Yeah, I'll be okay with it.
hey,
I just let you guys say however you guys want to say.
yeah,
I don't like to correct people too much. Because I don't know. I feel like it's kind of rude to correct people.
oh, it is. That's why I do it.
But you know, another memorable moment for me on this was like the Dante versus Virgil battle. That was pretty epic. So I gotta
Make sure you throw that. Make sure you throw that in there so you can see, where you can, if you could sway Sean's vote or not. By the way, Sean, you're next and you're the tiebreaker.
No, I wanted to say.
Or go ahead, Eric.
I wanted to say I do remember there was some memorable moments in both episodes, especially Spy Family, where he was trying to get a wife that he just met.
Yeah,
so that sticks out.
All right, Sean, you were rudely interrupted, but go ahead.
Sorry,
I have Devil May Cry here. I agree with what Dave said about like the anime makes it a little more memorable.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, please. But Limp Bizkit is their theme song?
That's what I thought too.
It's a mix. It's like a remix type.
Yeah, of Rollin', right? The song Rollin'. Yeah. So
a little bit.
I just wanted to make sure I had.
That's why he wanted theme song as one of the categories.
I had that winning theme song because of that song. But I think that's pretty cool. Not all animes get that type of introduction.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like an overly done, obviously, but no, Devil May Cry.
All right, Devil May Cry has has drawn first blood here. Now we go into merch. I mean, I know nothing about anime merch, except for I know that it does exist. I'm pretty sure. So, Sean, I'm going to start with you.
I'm going to stick with Devil May Cry. I believe they also have, they have a game.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Video games.
Yep.
Which I did not know, which would just made me pick them.
Yep.
But no, I think, just for like the style of what that show is, I feel like their merch sales and designs would just be a lot cooler. Are a lot cooler, in my opinion. So, Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Sounds like a heavy metal band name, too.
I was just going to say, it sounds like it almost sounds like death metal.
Right.
All right. Eric, you're up.
Devil May Cry. Sean shot. It is a video game. I think it is actually a bit popular video game too. I knew I recognized the name when I was
There's a bunch
trying to
of
find stuff.
So by the way, like
Xbox 360.
Yeah. So and by the way, because Sean and Dave both stream, video games. Dave on Twitch at TCAX God1095, Sean on TikTok at TCAX Reaper,
and Twitch and YouTube
and Twitch. Well, I mean, you only.
I just don't have it listed. It would be too long.
Yeah. And of course, Eric plays video games himself. But so this is kind of like the perfect category, and especially with merch, because video games are a big part of are a big selling point for a lot of shows.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Devil May Cry on this one. I think it has a more successful franchise at the current rate, but I mean, in recent, Spy Family has had an explosion in and and fan base and whatnot. So like I think in due time, Spy Family might take it eventually, but at the current time, I gotta give it to Devil May Cry.
Okay. All right. Devil May Cry's up 2-0. They can take the win here and the sweep and the 30 points if they win overall enjoyment. Again, like I said, probably the easiest category because it's like, all right, which one did you enjoy watching more? I mean, this category is like, it's the easiest one to judge because it's just like, all right.
It's just your opinion on which one you like better. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's nothing, it's your opinion. What's basically like every category technically is our opinion. I mean, it's nothing's really based on fact.
Yeah.
It's just like what our eyes tell us. Because what we look up, what we watch, what our eyes tell us, what our ears kind of say,
and the internet doesn't always tell the truth.
Yeah,
either when you look stuff up.
And
Yeah,
because it's hard to really look up merch sales because they don't have definitive numbers put up there, so you can never
because those are supposed to remain private.
Yeah. So it's difficult to find that stuff. But I mean, you can take a guess on it. Your educational guess, but that's about it.
And just by judging of the popularity of the brand.
Yeah, and the product.
That's what I do. I judge it by culture impact and
and just because they lose in one category doesn't realistically mean somewhere down the line they won't win it.
Yeah.
Whoever they're paired up against, whatever category drops.
Yep.
Exactly. I mean, we saw it in the last tournament. I mean, how many times did Pokemon lost a couple of different categories before they finally won one?
Yeah, they came back from
before they won that category. What, Eric?
They came back from 2-0 last week.
Yeah. All right, but overall enjoyment, Dave. I'm starting with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with Devil May Cry here. It's just my type of thing. Spy Family was all right, but it was more, comedy-ish. I felt like Devil May Cry was like a more dark, Dante fighting against demons type deal to like avenge his mother and whatnot. So I just thought I liked the action, I liked the darkness to it, and just made it enjoyable for me.
Okay. Eric.
I like both shows. So this is the hard one, but I'm gonna go with Spy Family. I just like the story arc a little bit more.
Okay. Sean, it's up to you whether this battle continues or not.
Well, it doesn't because I have Devil May Cry winning this one.
Okay.
Just overall, in my opinion, I had a better show, more action. I think more development in between the people and Spy Family is kind of more like a comedic show. Is at least what I'm grasping from what I've seen so far of it.
Yeah.
I think I got that.
But
I guess I can see it.
I'd prefer to watch Devil May Cry just because of the action, and just what it said, like the demonic feature. And I've been playing a lot of Diablo, so
There is, I think, a game that kind of goes along the same premise of like the main character's Dante fight in the underworld type deal, but I don't exactly know the game. I know my brother played it, but I'll have to ask him.
All right. So now 3-0 win for Devil May Cry. And they get the 30 points. Spy Family will lose 10 points in this one here. And now we go to the main event. Darkwing Duck versus the Bugs Bunny Show. Darkwing Duck in the division of Joey Bianco. and the Bugs Bunny show in the division of Rose Stranahan. So I think this one is a little. It's tough, but it's not. I think it's tough because the Bugs Bunny show, exactly, there's not really a lot to watch. Like you watch like little clips on YouTube, and there's like maybe a little hour video on Archive that you can watch, or if you feel like paying the $10 for it on Amazon Prime, you watch it there. But all right, so memorable moments is starting it off. I mean, Looney Tunes though are the Looney Tunes.
Wait,
Again, this is huh?
Never mind.
Okay.
I was thinking something and then lost my thought.
Oh boy. So, but like Looney Tunes are the. I mean, this isn't necessarily like this is different. This is the Bugs Bunny show. This was the variety show that they played on Saturday mornings for 35 years. Actually 40 years almost. So like this is like kind of like their best hit show, and like okay. I mean, they did come out with like new stuff, obviously, in the 80s and 90s. Darkwing Duck is, it continued on that string of, Disney animated shows, and they had, their fair share of memorable moments. It's just, which ones were more memorable and technically which ones were more accessible. Dave?
I'm going to go with Darkwing Duck here. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I just gotta give it to them here. It was more memorable. I feel like Bugs Bunny's a little played out with its moments. I just like nothing really caught my eye. Every episode is kind of the same. It's Darkwing Duck's a little different, and it made it stick out a little more.
Okay.
Yep.
Eric.
Darkwing Duck too. Yeah. You just remember more from that show. And Bugs Bunny was 1950s, 1960s.
Yeah, 1960 to 2000. So it had a run.
Oh yeah, it had a
Long
big
one.
run.
Yeah,
Yep.
And it also switched names. Like I think in the 80s, it was known as the Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner show for a while. Then in the 90s, it was the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show because Tweety had gained some popularity. Sean?
Darkwing Duck. I think the premise of the show is more memorable than kind of the repetitive nature of Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Darkwing
I think
Duck had
we're
more
kind
action.
of... What, Eric?
Darkwing Duck had more action
Yeah.
to it.
Not only that, like it's kind of like what Dave said. It's like every episode's not kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It might be a continuation, but Bugs Bunny is normally very similar, if not the same, to the last episode.
All right, so in Bugs
Kind of
Bunny,
like-
you have your normal characters, right? And you have Bugs Bunny getting chased by either Yosemite Sam or Elmer Fudd,
Yeah.
or arguing with Daffy Duck if it's duck season or rabbit season. You have Wile E. Coyote trying to capture that frickin' Roadrunner. You have, Speedy Gonzales, running away, causing trouble. Pepe Le Pew trying to chase a female skunk, and try to get himself on an episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. But like, it's the same thing because it's the same cast of characters doing the same plot.
Yeah, they're just chasing each other.
Darkwing has a way different plot and
because
has like a story arc.
Because it's different. Because he has several villains that he can fight.
Yeah.
All right, this one isn't as cut and dry. Merch. Now, Darkwing Duck does have its fair share of merch. I have a Darkwing Duck shirt. All right. There are Darkwing Duck action figures that are very valuable. Darkwing Duck, they're used. I'm sure kids dressed up as Darkwing Duck for Halloween when they were kids. Darkwing Duck comic book, but there isn't anything. There isn't any type of merch that Looney Tunes and the Bugs Bunny show didn't have.
Mhm.
T-shirts, action figures, comic books, video games,
Board games.
board games, socks, socks, underwear, speedos. Well, I mean the speedos. I don't actually know. I didn't actually look that up, but if I would have, Eric would have gotten that for his birthday instead of the Hey Arnold shirt. But party plates, kites. You get the picture. Bed sheets, pillowcases, pencils. So, all right. As far as valuable merch, who takes it, Eric?
Bugs Bunny, because it's been around longer, and he just named off all those merchandise.
Yeah. All right. Dave?
I'm gonna have to go with Bugs Bunny here. I feel like how long it's been out and how many people know Bugs Bunny. Everybody knows who Bugs Bunny is. So you got to give it to him there. I think it's hard to compete with that.
Okay. Sean?
Yeah, Bugs Bunny. Undeniable.
All right, tied 1-1. There will not be a sweep. Again, the easiest category on the board, overall enjoyment. What did you enjoy more, Sean?
Darkwing Duck. I also base that off of my 3-year-old because he loves that show a lot more than watching Looney Tunes.
He watches stuff with you?
Yeah. He watches animes and stuff with me too. Not the bad ones.
Yeah.
Not
Now,
like the gory ones, but
because this is actually it's interesting that you bring that up because I feel like doing a show like this, it's just especially overall enjoyment. Put the kid in front of the TV, put one of the shows that's competing on, and then if he gets up and walks away, then you pretty much know your answer.
He loves Darkwing Duck. And he likes Bugs Bunny, but he'd rather watch Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm kind of in the same boat, but his is probably more of he's obviously only 3, so he doesn't know the whole arc and story and blah blah blah. He just sees what's happening. So, but to me, I think the story in Darkwing Duck is more captivating to me now than watching Bugs Bunny.
Right.
Because there really is, there's a story in Bugs Bunny, but there really isn't a mainstream story. It's kind of just always the same thing.
Yeah. Dave, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Sean here. Darkwing Duck, all the way. I think it was more enjoyable. I like the villains and whatnot that he's going up against. It just made for a more entertainable show, I feel, instead of just one character chasing another character and that's about the show, or a little argument that could be somewhat comedic. But besides that, I don't think Bugs Bunny had anything really super going for it to make it entertainment wise.
Right.
I feel like that show, Bugs Bunny, was more like a comic strip in the newspaper.
Yeah.
That's where the idea for the show kind of came from. Do short clips of something that's going to be funny for 4 minutes and then move on. And it works, obviously. Because obviously they didn't just do that. They evolved. But
by the way, Looney Tunes as a franchise has been around for 100 years.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, again, going up against certain shows. It can be considered legendary, but it's just it depends really on what the categories are. All right, Eric, go ahead. I mean, we already know who's winning, but
Darkwing Duck. I just there was more of a story to it. as these guys said, Bugs Bunny was just almost the same kind of thing most episodes.
Okay. All right. So now we head to the fourth category, and this is where things could actually start to take a turn because you have originality. And we talked about how this is like a Bugs Bunny show is basically it's Looney Tunes shorts in like a variety hour. Darkwing Duck is loosely based off Batman.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody knew that or not, or if anybody could piece it together.
You could kind of see the similarities here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't really put it together. I was just like, oh, it's kind of like that, but I didn't really think.
Well, like I said,
that's
it's
what it is.
loosely based on. Like I think the creators kind of took it that way, but they're like, oh, well, instead of it being a human billionaire, it's a duck that's a billionaire. Because Disney was obsessed with their ducks at that time.
Right.
They also made sure to get all their ducks in a row. But so as far as originality, Dave, who takes it?
I'm gonna have to go with Bugs Bunny here. I think it's more original to come up with their concept. I mean, granted, they kept the same concept going for many, many years, but like you said, Darkwing took a little piece from Batman to incorporate in their show. I enjoyed that show more, but I think Bugs Bunny, was more original.
Okay. All right, Sean, I'm going to you next.
No, I agree with Dave. I think Bugs Bunny was the most original out of it. The simplicity in the show, I think, worked golden standard wise.
Okay. Eric?
Bugs. I think it set the tone for these kind of shows.
Okay. All right. I kind of figured that this was going to be the hardest one. I feel like different categories would have, impacted this battle differently. Because now we're on fan base. And if anybody can try, by the way, somebody's getting 10 points, somebody's getting 5 because we did go the distance here, which you really should in the main event. If anybody can try to argue the point that Darkwing Duck's fan base is bigger than the Bugs Bunny show fan base, just based on like what kind of a character Bugs Bunny was, feel free and you can have the floor and I'll be happy to listen to you. I don't know if
not making that argument.
Sean, go ahead.
I don't know if it's not like an argument, but I could see like maybe Batman fans gravitating more towards Darkwing Duck.
Okay, fair
than
point.
The Bugs Bunny, just because of the similarities in the shows, but I don't know. I still think fan base wise, you would have to give it to Bugs.
Are you going Bugs Bunny?
I have to.
Okay,
but I mean, slight. Yeah.
I mean, trying to not necessarily make the argument, but trying to be like, okay, there is like a little bit of a point there.
Yeah, to me, it's more probably just like the concept of the shows comparing to each other.
Yeah,
like one's more obviously small skit comedic, the other one's clearly supposed to be comedic but has a more serious side to it. So
yeah,
I guess it's kind of like one of those double-edged swords. Which one do you prefer? But fan base wise,
we did that category already.
yeah, but it's like for fan base, I just think I don't know. There is no Darkwing Duck without Bugs Bunny.
Well, again, no, different franchises.
No, I know.
Darkwing Duck comes from the Disney franchise. And Disney has been around longer than Warner Brothers. But
would that be the definite thing then? Like maybe longevity would have to come into the
Yeah, but
main
like
factor
also
in it.
Darkwing Duck started in 1991 as a spin-off from DuckTales.
Yeah,
So Bugs Bunny as a whole has been like I think there's like a few holes you can kind of poke into the logic.
mhm.
I don't know. Like personally, for me, I liked Darkwing Duck better. Like I'm more of a fan of Darkwing Duck than Bugs Bunny, but I am also
Same.
a realist
Yeah.
that
I mean,
knows.
a show that started in the 50s that's still very relevant to this day is impressive and enough.
Exactly.
But I agree with you. Like I like Darkwing Duck more, but you have
Yeah.
to add in the factors of everything else.
Yeah, because it's not just us; it's also looking at the fan base.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Dave, if you're done praying, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Bugs Bunny here. It's definitely kills it.
Yeah, I think it was funny, and in the When Tunes Combine Facebook group, by the way, facebook.com/groups says When Tunes Combine, you'll find a lot of our information in there. When I put the poll up earlier, who was going to win the main event, your mom, Sean, kind of made the point. It's like, look, I like both shows, but it has to be Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, it wasn't easy, but they're technically going to get the win here, but we still have to hear Eric's opinion. That's your cue to
I'm
go,
gonna
Eric.
do Bugs Bunny. Same reasons as these guys said. He's been around longer.
Everybody knows the name, even kids nowadays. I mean,
Yeah, they know exactly.
my kids wouldn't know who Darkwing Duck is, though.
Yeah. Dave, how old is your oldest?
16.
Yeah, no. I mean, technically, they still would have been around long enough to see like Toon Disney was technically still a thing,
Yeah.
but still, like they didn't grow up on it.
No, not at all.
So, but all right, Bugs Bunny wins it 3-2. So they're gonna get 10 points. Darkwing Duck is gonna get 5.
Okay.
So all right. Devil May Cry also beat Spy Family 3-0. Hey Arnold beat My Life as a Teenage Robot 3-0. And to begin the episode, we had Vinland Saga beat Assassination Classroom 3-0. Make sure to join us this upcoming Wednesday around your lunchtime for Animated Showdown. Now, of course, we are recording that episode right after we are done here. But on Animated Showdown this week, Claymore versus Spawn, Timon and Pumbaa versus the Angry Beavers, Jabberjaw versus Pirates of Dark Water, and the main event is the Cleveland Show versus Tom and Jerry. Next week on this program, Animated Hour of Power, that will be episode 6 p.m. Eastern Time here on the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. Johnny Quest versus Space Ghost, Battle of the Planets versus Gilligan's Planet, Solar Opposites versus Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, and your main event is going to be Invincible versus Static Shock. That is next week. Make sure to like and subscribe to the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. Join the When Tunes Combine Facebook group, facebook.com/group/When Tunes Combine. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to the Wrestling Through the Years podcast, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday night. This upcoming Friday, we're going to talk Unforgiven 2002. Make sure to follow Eric's Unscripted Sports Show, the Stabcast with Dangle and Mindy, which will air tomorrow. Also, make sure to follow Dizzle97, the gaming universe, or Dangle's Gaming Universe on Twitch and also on YouTube. You check out Dave on Twitch at TCX Godsend 95. Sean on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch at TCX Reaper. And that'll do it for us here.
Right. You guys have a good one.
Right. We'll see everybody next week. Well, we'll see everybody Wednesday. All right.
Yep.
Later. Eric, you know what I'm going to ask you to do.
Yep.
All right.